figured getting the wheels stuck temporarily was a good a time as any to start this video, but we're back. It's another video, and you notice it's something important. We're starting this one off with a thanks to everybody as usual, watching the last videos, getting us a couple subscribers. We're making progress, and that's what we want. You guys are the best for keeping us going, keeping me going. Old lady is always yelling at me to keep going too, and you guys are winning me over. She's winning always, but you guys are starting. Yeah, nothing major, nothing new, you know. Just putting a Duramax into a K30. Yeah, I don't know what to say. We saw at the beginning, I threw a little time lapse together of me monkey fucking this. Robert and Precision Fabrication. He is the best fabricator ever I have ever seen. The products are amazing. I highly recommend. Where's the first page I got here? Whatever you buy, it's today in 2020, not a lot of people will send you paper instructions. Go through and print yourself off the instructions. I did this for the transmission crossmember, for this, which is the engine mount kit, and then I did it for the shifter cable kit too. Doing this has been the biggest help in the world. You see in the video at the beginning, I'm just sitting there with this bucket of bolts and getting everything done. You may notice the table is no longer in the garage and all the parts are off of it because they're there, and then the last little bits are over there. I was gonna sit here and explain step by step everything, but I'm an idiot, and this is actually a little bit difficult to do. The instructions are gonna help you, I promise you that. It's really simple. I mean, we can finally get a look at it, and yes, all the bolts are loose. It says to finger tighten them, and then get everything roughly set in there, tighten down, basically set in place. Bolts slid through, and then with the weight supported by the cherry picker still, it wants you to then tighten everything down with the majority of the weight. It basically wants it so you're not getting anything into a mechanical bind or anything like that. I am pacing back and forth because my heart is racing to start the day off. I wish I would have had the camera out for this. Lifting it up and see if it wants to focus on that. A bolt sheared clean off, which dropped the motor. Only a quarter of an inch, and it landed right back down on the stands I had set up. The little transmission jack, and then this little guy with this piece of wood in it. But I'm not gonna lie, I about shit my pants. I got scared. It's 2,000 pounds probably, and it dropped boom right next to my head. I mean, a quarter inch, so it's just noise, but that boom next to me was, that's something. So, well, actually, you know, I'll go through and I'll explain how this basically bolts in to see if I can help with the instructions at all. So you start with your first plate, which would be, you know, driver's side, and then you have your passenger side. Take 9 bolts on each and just slip them through there. Get the nuts all started. This one I can actually tighten more now that I know it's where it goes. Well, that's basically, you go through and get all those started, and then it's top, original bolts, which I just wire wheeled and cleaned up, threw new washers under. They're just the 7/16, and I actually think you're supposed to use the big flange ones, but my flange ones are rusty and gross, so I just use these because they have the locking hex nut underneath anyways. They're the same side, and they were grade 8s from the factory, so I like it. I'll probably take some clear coat with like fingernail polish top of that for now, and then yeah, this is all set this in place. I'm using mount position 2. On the mounts, you measure your bolt distancing, and that's all in the instructions. I ended up with the a little over like 5 3/4 of a distance, and that is what I'm talking about. There is this measurement here. I ended up with the lower, and so we use the lower ones, which you can see, lower, and then again, finger tight all the bolts. Centerpiece in. It says in the instructions it looks like they're running the bolts up from the bottom on this center one, but in one of the pictures he has them down, and I kind of actually like the look of that. So, I mean, I could switch these, but I don't know. Doesn't matter to me. I like it. And if somehow these were to come free, well, I guess it could still drop out. Whatever. I'm an idiot. He designed it a certain way. I put whatever. But that leaves us to the motor side. Motor side being position 2 on these. Oop, I got a little bit of extra anti-seize on there, but anti-seize in your cap screws. Toss those guys in. Those still need to be tight. These cap screws I did tighten all the way beforehand, and I actually ran an M10 by 1.5 tapped through all those bolt holes to clean them up prior, just because old rusty block. So I'm just rambling now because realistically we have one thing we have to do. But it's just me right now, here alone. Wifey's at work. I'm not having the kids help me, obviously, so. I need you to get in there. Well, I need to put the transmission mount on too. I guess I might toss the transmission mount on real quick, and then what I'm thinking actually is slide the transmission cross member back. Once the trans cross member gets slid back, I'll just weasel the motor in here, set her in place, and then slide the transmission cross member back underneath. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. I'm just gonna set up a GoPro. We're gonna start having, yeah, GoPro, I'm gonna need you. Start having some fun, right? Let's get a Duramax installed into a K30 and make the best crew cab there is. Quickie little update. I'm getting my ass kicked. This ain't good, boys. This ain't good. I've gotten this far. It's not anywhere, I mean, it's close. I gotta just basically come up and in. I might take the hood off, but if I take the hood off, I need to wait for Wifey. I might actually just wait for Wifey anyways, because it's like an hour until she gets home, but notice something? And it's not all the weight off the ground right now. It's just kind of tensioned. Boy, howdy, this is not gonna be... I just wish there was some way I could get the truck lower. But looking at it, I mean, I can move the jack stands forward, but then I'm gonna fight clearance on the wheels of the cherry picker arms. And I don't have jack stands big enough. If I just lower the entire truck down by taking the back wheels off, I could put the back on jack stands, but then the front I have nothing to... Oh, this is gonna be fun. I'm thinking of the last time I jacked up the front, I had a cross member right here. Now I have the factory rounded one, so I will not be jacking up off that. So I am gonna be figuring some stuff out here. This is gonna be fun. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna do something. Yeah, the cherry picker looks so pissed. It just looks... Alright, I gotta figure something out. So I got another camera set up over there, up on top of the boxes, and so, yeah, I'll swap the battery in this one so it's ready to go still. And I did move the transmission cross member back like I said. I got the transmission mount to the transmission, so that's ready. I just need to go up in the air and in. If only it was that easy. Round 2.
2,000 years later.
So it needs to go back like a full inch.
Okay.
Hold on, I bet you I can put the transmission down now. 'Cause I know the transmission has like weight in it. Like it's holding against the body. Oh yeah, she just tried to droop right on back. She's like, take me, Daddy. Take me where I need to go.
Put it in, Big Daddy.
Ooh.
Finny doesn't like our jokes.
No. She doesn't. Okay.
Bucket head. No, hey, I'm not getting that for you anymore.
But it needs to go. Needs to.
Let's go this way.
No, actually this way. Because it needs to pivot. The engine needs to pivot. Her shirt says a lot. You can't have the camera. No, you little butthead.
He says
but
a lot.
yeah, he says a lot. She says a lot. If you heard in the commentary of us getting this thing installed. And yes, it is dark. This is the one time where I actually need a shop really bad. Because we're in the driveway, in the dark, installing an LB7 into a K30. Sounds about right. But he's over there having a blast with Mama. Ooh, nice blast. But all of this is, let's see if we can get in here and see this. I just have to go through and you leave all of these bolts loose while you get everything in. Only the bolts that are tightened are the ones that go to the physical engine itself. These ones up in here. So those are the only ones that are tight. I need to quickly drop under there. I had to pull the oil filter off to snake it in there. Putting the Allison, or putting it in with the Allison still attached was the dumbest thing ever. I should have pulled the transmission, but I was worried that I wasn't gonna have the help to then put the transmission in because it's such a big transmission. And yeah. But now I'm going to take the little bottle jack, piece of wood, separate the frame enough after jacking that up, and we're going to, let's see if I can get up there. We're gonna weasel that guy back under to where the new mount is waiting. I got the hardware all set in there. That's just the goal for tonight. All I want is the mount in, cherry picker off, rebolt the hood back on so it can't get wet. Oh my god, I might climb on the roof for the thumbnail or something. We'll figure it out. Let's get some more work. Huh, you gonna help? Oh no. That's it. Whew. Okay, those bolts are in. Let's see. Those bolts are in. I got to drill the back two mount holes. Holy crap. So now I'm gonna time lapse quickly going through. Oh, my stomach's all growling. I'm hungry. I just need to go through. Ooh, I can't even see what I'm filming. I just need to tighten all of. Oh, damn it! I put one on backwards. Okay, switch that bolt, and then go through and just tighten all of the bolts, and then pull the cherry picker. Put the hood back on. Oh my god. I'm close. We're gonna get this done. Without the wife's help, I never would have gotten this done. It's such an amazing kit, and Robert did so great fitting everything. And Precision Fabrication, thank you so much for this kit. I wish it was daytime and it didn't take me all day to get it all in, but in the morning we'll have some great pictures. For now, this is just try not to cry, and so you know this is amazing. I have a LB7 swapped K30, and it's gonna fit under the stock hood, and there's a bunch of little stuff I want to do now that we've gotten it in here, and I've started to change my mind and realize I'm just putting all hands forward, throwing all my money into this thing from now on. But we'll talk about all that later. Let's just get that the rest of the way bolted in. LB7 swapped glory. Whew. So stoked. Talk about getting my ass handed to me yesterday and last night. Without the wife's help, none of that would have happened. I am gonna openly admit, LB7 and Allison combo together, not a smart move. Definitely not a smart move, but it's in. I mean, I have a mess of wiring from the actual truck harness that I gotta deal with, but clearance wise, I don't know. Here, let me flip the camera down so I can see what you guys are seeing. I can get my hands in there. There's actually miles of space on the downpipe. The mounts are easy to get to. Everything is nice and open. Get my hands to all the bolts, super easy. I do think I'm going to make a little trim and create a pocket out of this little spot, because the radiator hose does have a slight little kink in it. I don't really like that, so a little recession down there to allow for some space. Probably not the worst thing in the world, but I mean, I have one of the kind of cheap spacer kits with the cat filters, and that actually clears great too. I mean, geez, there's some clearance for days on this thing, and I just love it. I can't believe I'm down to, we have the throttle pedal bracket, the shifter kit, stuff for utilizing the actual stock shifter. I'm just rambling at this point because I can't stop staring at it. There's a Duramax, and the stock hood closes and fits. I'm gonna have to get a little creative with how that pipe comes, but actually, knowing this was gonna happen long time ago, I have already bought stainless 90s, and there's another one in there, and then I have a new boot right there for it. I was prepared. Mishimoto stuff and nice stainless 90s. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. I'm just so excited. I can't believe that. The LB7 is officially in the K30 Crewcab. I can actually call this Duramax swap now, right? It means, you know, it's in there. People sell stuff like this and say it's swap, so I can say this is swap. But what else do I want to show you guys? There's so many things I want to talk about and show, but let's get under and check out the transmission and transfer case. Ugh. squeeze on my butt here. But we have new transmission mount from Precision Fabrication. The transmission cross member, which has somehow acquired the parking brake cable into it. But let's see if this light is gonna... That's what they were saying, where you see how it sits on the frame actually. We got bolts. I threw one bolt in, but I did have to separate the frame, like I said, with that jack, a little bottle jack. Look at all of the space. I can put my entire arm above the input shaft sensor, or the speed sensors and stuff. It's the old shift boot. Look at that. The dipstick for the transmission is on the passenger side currently, but if you notice, this little plug right about there, we are swapping to a driver side. It's just part of the Precision kit that they sell, right, or you can add on, and I added on for that. You see our giant transmission fittings are right there, so we'll be able to run the cooler back. Harness plugs, everything has all of the space in the world. We have our shifter bracket there, shifter bracket up there. I have to clean up this flange to get some of this RTV off, but space for front drive shaft. That fits. And then obviously I fit. There's still a bunch of stuff that I have to pull from the stock unit. The stock fuel lines are all just shoved in here right now. This is the fuel pump setup that I had rigged to keep the TBI alive as long as I could. We have our switching valve up there, which is Rock Auto Amazon replacement. It actually worked great. I can tell you, however, the fuel in that filter does not look happy. And so with that tank will be coming out, and that tank will be coming out. Why am I pulling the stock tanks when most people leave them? I was smart and salvaged. We have the plastic Silverado diesel tank from the later model Silverado, and then I still have, I don't know where I actually threw them, but we'll have to find them real quick. Bet you they're down here or something like that. I kept the fuel lines too. Aha, right there. So, stock Duramax LB7 fuel lines. The only thing I don't like about these is there's a little like soft line section right there. I think I'm gonna end up cutting. I'll cut that line because see how it's like this. They go, but where this starts, it's really bendy on these ones. So I think I'm gonna cut it and replace that little soft section with some of that blue diesel fuel line stuff from Earl's or whatever. That way we have a nice solid connection. I'm not worried about it. Plus that lets me lengthen or whatever, because those were from an extended cab 2004 Silverado, and obviously this is not an extended cab 2004 Silverado. The main thing I care about is they have, where are my fuel? Right here. Under all this junk, they have the stock fittings. So that's really what I need. Worst case, I could cut 2 inches off past the stock fittings and then run all new soft line back to the tank. For now, we'll run one tank, probably driver side, or I might put it on the passenger side to offset me, or whatever. But then on the other side, we'll probably run compressors and some other stuff. All down the road. All lots and lots of stuff. But let's just take a moment and stare at this beautiful monstrosity. I know it's a Rambletron and this was not as exciting of a video as I was expecting, but it's in. We have the Precision kit in, we have the LB7 and the Allison in. I mean, next it's just wiring, gauges, getting the front in, but instead of waiting for parts, we have the knuckle kit for the front, we have the wiring for the Duramax swap, we have the square body syndicate Duramax gauges to swap out the stock gauges, we have everything. I have the coilovers, I have to make brackets. We have to make upper brackets that will somehow tie into somewhere in this area. And I know you're thinking, you have to weld to the frame after you painted it? I don't care. Worst case, wire wheel, something bracket. Clearly I've thought that part out extensively. All I wanted was to get my damn motor and transmission into my damn truck. And we did. I mean, there it is. I can officially say I have a LB7 swapped K30 Crewcab. I'm not mad. I'm damn happy. But I think that's where we're gonna end it. I'm gonna get some stuff done off camera. I got some stuff I gotta do downstairs with that stuff. I hate just saying stuff and not being able to tell you guys what's happening there yet, but soon. Soon. I'm not trying to unveil a bunch of stuff all at once. Look. That's the main unveil. With that, I mean, obviously we need coolant, we need all that stuff. We gotta get the front end back onto it so I can start worrying about cutting the radiator and the intercooler in, figuring out intercooler piping. But I don't think that's going to be a problem because we have, as usual, a million parts, a million things to do. But that's what we do. Average Joe builds, right? And with that, now we're letting you go. The usual. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell a friend. We're almost at 1,000. Come on, boys and girls. Alright, have a good one, guys. Average Joe builds. Out.